A Werewolf Romance by Alpha's Claim Collection. Prologue. The Curse of the Broken Bond. She was supposed to be his salvation. Instead, Alpha Ryker Ashwood rejected his fated mate in front of the entire Pack Council and doomed them all. 10 years ago, the rejection happened in the Grand Hall. Every elder, every ranked wolf, every witness to what should have been a celebration. Ryker was 20. Young for an alpha, but strong. His wolf was a force of nature, dominant, powerful, everything the Shadow Fawn pack needed. And then he scented her. Mira Covenant. 18 years old. Omega. Beautiful in a way that made his wolf howl with recognition. Her scent hit him like a physical blow, rain and wild sage, earth after a storm, home. His wolf lunged forward. Mate. Ours. Claim her now. But Ryker saw the fear in the elder's eyes. Saw them looking at her bloodline, her family crest. The Covenants carried ancient magic. Death magic. Shadow magic. The kind that could unite the warring packs or burn them all to ash. The prophecy had been clear. When the Shadow Alpha claims the Covenant Omega, the packs will either kneel as one or fall divided. Ryker made his choice. He looked at Mira, at her amber eyes full of hope and recognition, at the way her wolf pressed against her skin trying to reach his, and he spoke the words that would destroy them both. I, Alpha Ryker Ashwood, reject you, Mira Covenant, as my fated mate. The bond snapped. Mira gasped. Her eyes went wide, then empty. The color drained from her face. Her wolf howled inside her, a sound so broken that every wolf in the room flinched. Why? She whispered. Because I choose my pack over fate. Something changed in her eyes then. The amber bled to silver. Her voice, when she spoke, wasn't entirely her own. Older, colder, carrying the weight of every rejected mate who'd ever existed. You've broken what cannot be mended, Ryker Ashwood. You've chosen fear over fate, power over love. So I curse you with your own choice. When you need me most, when your pack is dying and only I can save them, I will remember this moment. I will remember exactly how it felt when you looked at me and chose nothing. She turned and walked out. Into the Veilwood. The forest where rejected wolves went to die. No one expected her to survive the night. 10 years later, Ryker stood in his pack hospital and watched his world end in slow motion. A 6-year-old girl sobbed in her mother's arms. Her first shift should have come today. It didn't. Her wolf was there, he could sense it, but it wouldn't emerge. Couldn't emerge. She was the 15th child this month. The curse was real. And it was killing them all. Before we dive into today's tale, I have a question for you. Where in the world are you right now? Share your location and current time in the comments. Are you starting your morning in Paris? Taking a lunch break in New York? Enjoying your evening in Canada? Or settling in for the night in Australia? I truly cherish seeing how our werewolf romance community spans every corner of the earth. Be part of our pack. Tell me in the comments where you're experiencing this story from. We're creating an incredible paranormal romance family that crosses every border and time zone. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. The Alpha Who Lost Everything. Ryker pressed his hand against the hospital window. The glass was cold. Everything was cold now. His wolf barely stirred anymore, too weak to do more than whimper. 15 children, Ryker. He didn't turn. Didn't need to. He knew his beta's voice. River had been with him through everything. Through the rejection. Through the first signs of the curse. Through watching their pack slowly die. I know. The youngest is 6. Her name is Poppy. She asked me why her wolf won't come out to play. Ryker's hands clenched. His wolf stirred, pathetic and broken. What did you tell her? That you'd fix it. Don't make promises I can't keep. River moved closer. 6'4" of solid muscle and barely contained rage. His beta wolf was fighting to stay controlled. Then fix it. You're the alpha. Fix it. How? Ryker finally turned. He looked as bad as he felt. Gray skin. Black circles under his eyes. The curse was eating him from the inside out. Tell me how to fix what I broke. Find her. His wolf whined. Mate. Find mate. Dying without mate. She's dead. Ryker said it like he'd said it 1,000 times before. Like if he said it enough, he'd believe it. The Veilwood doesn't give back what it takes. She's been gone for 10 years. Has she? River pulled out a phone. Showed him a photo. It was blurry, taken from a distance, but Ryker Wolf recognized her immediately. Silver white hair. Silver eyes that glowed even in the grainy image. Standing in the Veilwood like she owned it. That was taken 3 days ago, River said quietly. By a rogue who got lost in the forest. He barely made it out alive. Said she saved him. Said she's different now. Changed. They're calling her the Veil Witch. Ryker couldn't breathe. His wolf was going insane. Mate. Alive. There. Go now. She's alive, he whispered. Apparently. And she's, what? Living in the forest that should have killed her. Living might be generous. Existing, maybe. The rogue said she's powerful. Scary powerful. Said she controls the Veilwood itself. Said she's surrounded by shadow wolves that do her bidding. Ryker's sister pushed into the room. Iris was beta-born, fierce, and currently furious. Her wolf was in her eyes, gold and dangerous. You have to go get her, Iris said. No preamble. No softness. You have to find her and fix what you broke. I can't. You can and you will. Iris grabbed his shirt, pulled him close. She was strong for a beta-born wolf. I just watched a 6-year-old cry because her wolf won't come. I watched her mother break down because she can't help her pup. That's on you, Ryker. You did this. You think I don't know that? I think you've spent 10 years feeling sorry for yourself instead of fixing it. She wasn't wrong. Ryker pulled away, moved to the window again. Below, in the courtyard, he could see pack members moving slowly. Everyone looked gray. Sick. Dying by inches. This was his pack. His responsibility. His fault. The elders won't approve, he said quietly. Screw the elders, Iris snapped. They're dying too. They don't get a vote anymore. River stepped forward. She's right. The curse is spreading. Started with the children, now it's everyone. We're losing our wolves, Ryker. All of us. In another month, we'll just be human. The word hung in the air like a death sentence. Wolves without their wolves weren't wolves at all. They were nothing. Empty. Broken. The Veilwood is dangerous, Ryker said. It maddens those who enter. I might not come back as myself. Then don't come back, Iris said coldly. Stay there and rot with your guilt. But at least try to save your pack first. His wolf whimpered. She's right. We deserve to rot. We rejected mate. We broke everything. When do we leave? River asked. We. You think I'm letting you go alone? After what you did last time you made a decision by yourself. River's wolf pushed through his words. I'm going. Iris is going. You're going. We leave at dawn. Ryker looked at them both. His beta. His sister. The two wolves who'd stood by him even when he didn't deserve it. She'll kill me, he said quietly. If she's as powerful as they say, she'll kill me the moment she sees me. Probably, Iris agreed. But maybe she'll break the curse first. Maybe she'll save the pack even if she destroys you. And if she won't? Then we're already dead anyway. Ryker closed his eyes. His wolf was barely there now, a faint whisper in the back of his mind. But even weak, it knew the truth. Mate, it whispered. Our mate is alive. We have to try. Have to make it right. Even if it kills us. Fine, Ryker said. We leave at dawn. But I'm telling you now, she has every right to let us die. And I won't blame her if she does. Because the truth he hadn't told anyone, the secret he'd been carrying for 10 years, was this. His wolf had been dying from the inside out since the day he rejected her. And he deserved every moment of it. Chapter 2. Into the Veilwood. The Veilwood started where the safe world ended. Ryker stood at the tree line at dawn, staring into darkness that shouldn't exist in daylight. The forest was wrong. Had always been wrong. It was where rejected wolves went to die, where broken bonds festered and rotted. It was where he'd sent Mira. His wolf whimpered. Wrong. Everything wrong. Made in there. Suffering because of us. Last chance to turn back, River said. He was checking his weapons. Silver blades, wolfsbane antidotes, supplies for a week. Like any of it would matter if the forest wanted them dead. No turning back, Ryker said. Iris shifted her pack. The rogues say the forest plays tricks. Shows you things that aren't real. Preys on guilt and regret. Then I'm screwed. She almost smiled. Yeah, you really are. They stepped into the Veilwood together. The change was immediate. The temperature dropped 20 degrees. The light dimmed. And the whispers started. You chose wrong. Ryker's head snapped around. That was Mira's voice. But she wasn't there. Just trees. Just shadows. You chose wrong, Ryker Ashwood. His wolf whined. Mate's voice. But where? Where is she? It's the forest, River said. His beta wolf was on high alert, hackles raised. Ignore it. Keep moving. They moved deeper. The trees here were ancient, twisted, their bark black like charred bone. Vines hung from branches, and Ryker could have sworn some of them moved on their own. You chose wrong. You chose nothing. You chose fear. Mira's voice. Over and over. Each repetition drove into him like a knife. I know, he finally shouted. I know I chose wrong. I know. The forest went silent. Then it laughed. Not Mira's laugh. Something older. Colder. The Veilwood itself. Oh, Alpha, the forest whispered. You have no idea what wrong really means. The vision started. Ryker blinked and suddenly he wasn't in the forest anymore. He was in a house. Warm. Sunlit. Happy. Mira was there. But not the Mira he'd rejected. This Mira was older, maybe 28 or 30. Her amber eyes were bright with joy. Her hand rested on her swollen belly, heavily pregnant. She turned to him, smiled that smile that had haunted him for 10 years. Ryker? Did you feel that? The pup just kicked. His wolf surged forward. Mate. Pup. Ours. He moved to her without thinking, placed his hand on her belly. Felt the movement inside. Life. Their life. Together. She's strong, Mira said. Like her father. She. Or he. I don't care which. As long as they're healthy. She leaned into him. As long as they have your strength and my stubbornness. The scene shifted. Now they were older. Gray in their hair. Laugh lines around their eyes. Sitting on a porch watching the sunset. 43 years, Mira said softly. Can you believe it? 43 years since I accepted the bond, Ryker heard himself say. Best decision I ever made. The pack is thriving. Our grandpups are starting their training. Everything we built. She turned to him, amber eyes warm. Everything we did together. It was worth it. He kissed her. Tasted home. The vision shattered. Ryker was back in the forest, on his knees, gasping. His wolf was howling inside him. A mourning song. A death song. That could have been our life. That should have been our life. We chose wrong. Ryker. Iris grabbed his arm. Are you okay? No. He couldn't breathe. I'm not okay. I saw. I know. We all saw something. River looked shaken. His beta wolf was restless, disturbed. The forest showed me my mate. The one I'll never find, because I'm dying from the curse. Showed me a whole life I'll never have. Iris was crying. It showed me my future. Showed me finding my fated mate, having pups, watching them grow. Then it showed me how they all die if we don't fix this. How the curse takes everything. The forest whispered, but you chose fear instead. So this is what you get. Nothing. Ryker forced himself to stand. His legs shook. His wolf was barely there. We keep moving, he said. Ryker. We keep moving. She's here. Somewhere. And I'm going to find her even if this forest kills me trying. They walked for hours. Or maybe minutes. Time didn't work right here. The whispers continued. Mira's voice mixed with thousands of others. Every rejected wolf. Every broken bond. Every shattered dream. Then they heard something different. Howling. Not wolf howling. Something else. Wrong. What is that? Iris's wolf was terrified. Shadow wolves, River said quietly. The rogue mentioned them. Manifestations of rejected bonds. They're not real wolves. They're grief given form. The howling got closer. They emerged from the trees, dozen of them. Wolves made of shadow and mist and pain. Their eyes glowed silver. Their teeth were white fire. They moved like liquid darkness. "Don't run," Ryker said. His wolf stirred. "Danger. Pack in danger. Must protect." The shadow wolves circled them. Hunting. Testing. Then one lunged. River moved to block it, but it passed right through him. No physical form. It touched his chest and River screamed. "No. Please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." He was seeing something. The shadow wolf was forcing him to experience. What? Rejection? Loss? Ryker grabbed River, pulled him back. The shadow wolf retreated, but more advanced. They were surrounded. "That's enough." The voice cut through everything. The shadow wolves stopped. Saturday. Waited. She stepped out of the darkness like she'd been born from it. Mira. But not Mira. Her hair had turned silver white, long and wild. Her eyes glowed pure silver. Her skin was pale, almost translucent. She wore clothes made from shadows and moonlight. Power radiated from her in waves that made Ryker's knees weak. She looked at him, and his heart stopped. His wolf didn't howl or surge or beg. It just submitted. Completely. Utterly. Dropped to its belly in his mind and whimpered. "Mate. Beautiful. Powerful. Ours. Except we threw her away." "Mira," Ryker breathed. Her expression didn't change. Cold. Empty. Ancient. "You have 30 seconds to tell me why I shouldn't let my shadows tear you apart, Alpha Ryker," she said. Her voice carried the weight of every rejected mate who'd ever walked into these woods. "Choose your words carefully. You only get one chance." Chapter 3. The Woman He Destroyed. Ryker's wolf didn't let him speak. It forced his body down. To his knees. Head bowed. Throat bared. Complete submission. "Mate," his wolf pushed through his lips, made his voice rough, broken. "Forgive. Please. We're dying without you." Mira laughed. It was the worst sound Ryker had ever heard. Bitter. Broken. Empty. "Now your wolf wants me? Now? When you need something?" She stepped closer. The shadow wolves moved with her, extensions of her will. "Where was your wolf 10 years ago when you looked me in the eyes and chose fear?" "I was wrong. You were a coward." Her silver eyes burned into him. "You stood in front of the entire pack and rejected our bond because you were afraid of what I might be. Afraid of my power. My bloodline. My magic." Yes. The admission surprised her. Her mask cracked for just a second. "Yes," Ryker said again. "I was terrified. I saw the prophecy. Saw what the elders said our bond could do. Unite the packs or destroy them. And I chose wrong. I chose to destroy you instead." Mira's hands clenched. The shadows around her grew darker, more aggressive. "Do you know what happened to me after you rejected me?" Her voice went quiet. "Dangerous. Do you know what the rejection bond does to an Omega?" Ryker's wolf whimpered. "We hurt her. We destroyed her. It's not like a broken bone," Mira continued. "It's not like losing a limb. It's like having your soul torn in half while you're still alive. Every breath hurts. Every heartbeat is agony. Your wolf screams constantly. And there's no escape. No relief. No end." She moved closer. The temperature dropped. "I walked into the Veilwood expecting to die. Wanting to die. Begging for it. Mira. But the forest had other plans." Her eyes flashed. "It sensed my power. My rage. My broken bond. And it claimed me. Merged with me. Made me its guardian." She held up her hand. Shadows coiled around her fingers like living things. "Every rejected wolf that dies here? I feel it. Their pain. Their loneliness. Their despair. 10 years, Ryker. 10 years of carrying thousands of broken bonds. Thousands of wolves who came here to die because their mates chose wrong. I'm sorry. Your sorry means nothing." Power exploded from her. The shadow wolves howled. The trees bent away. "You destroyed me and then moved on with your life. While I rotted here, you were playing alpha. Leading your pack. Probably found some nice beta wolf to warm your bed." "No." Ryker's voice was raw. "There's been no one. My wolf won't let anyone close. It's been dying since the moment I rejected you. That stopped her. Liar, she whispered. I'm dying, Mira. The rejection bond is killing me too. Slower than it killed you, but just as sure. He met her eyes. And I deserve it. I deserve every moment of suffering. But my pack doesn't. Iris stepped forward. She'd been quiet until now, but her beta wolf pushed her forward. Protective of her brother, but honest. It's not just him suffering, Iris said. The children can't shift. Innocent pups who never rejected anyone. Who never hurt you. For the first time, Mira's mask truly cracked. Children. Her Omega instinct stirred. He could see it. Feel it through the broken bond. River pulled out his phone with shaking hands. Showed her a photo. Little puppy crying in her mother's arms. Black veins crawling up her neck. Her wolf too weak to emerge. She's 6 years old, River said quietly. Her name is Poppy. She asked me why her wolf won't come out to play. Mira's hands trembled. Don't use children against me. We're not using anyone, Iris said. We're just showing you the truth. The curse isn't punishing Ryker. It's punishing everyone. The entire pack is dying. The shadow wolves whined. Uncertain. They fed on Mira's emotions, and right now her emotions were at war. Rage. Grief. And underneath it all, that Omega instinct she couldn't kill no matter how hard she'd tried. Protect the pups. Save the young. How many? Mira asked. 15 children can't shift, River said. 200 adults are losing their wolves. The curse spreads a little more every day. In a month, maybe less, the entire Shadowfang pack will be human. Just human. Mira closed her eyes. When she opened them, some of the silver had faded. Amber peeked through. Her true eyes. The ones Ryker remembered. I'll help. Ryker's wolf howled with hope. His heart leaped. But not for you, Alpha. Never for you. The words hit like a physical blow. I'll break your curse. But the price is this. She looked at him with eyes that held too much pain. You give me what you should have given me 10 years ago. Anything, Ryker said. Name it. My life. My pack. Your wolf. The world stopped. What? Ryker's wolf surged forward in panic. No, not that. Anything but that. The curse is tied to the rejection bond, Mira said coldly. To break it completely, the bond must be severed permanently. That means your wolf goes with it. She stepped closer. Close enough that he could smell her scent, still rain and sage, but now with shadows underneath. You wanted to be free of the mate bond? I'll make sure you never feel it again. You'll save your pack, but you'll lose your wolf forever. You'll be human, Ryker. Just human. No more alpha. No more pack bonds. Nothing. His wolf was screaming. Dying. Begging. No. Not without mate. We die together. Not apart. Please. Iris grabbed his arm. Ryker, no. There has to be another way. There isn't, Mira said. Her voice held finality. This is the price. His wolf for their lives. River's face was pale. You can't. An alpha without his wolf isn't an alpha at all. You'll be human, Ryker finished. His wolf was clawing at his insides. Desperate. Terrified. But he saw Poppy's face. Saw all the children. Saw his pack dying by inches. Do it, he said. Ryker. Do it. Break the curse. Take my wolf. Save them. Mira's silver eyes searched his face. You do that? Give up everything you are. For them? Yes. Not for me. For them. Yes. Something flickered in her expression. Pain, maybe. Or disappointment. Say no, she whispered suddenly. Please. Just say no and leave. Ryker blinked. What? Say no. Her voice broke. Choose yourself for once. Be selfish. She cut herself off. Turned away. And Ryker saw it. She didn't want to do this. She didn't want to take his wolf. You still feel it, he said quietly. Don't you? The bond. Even after everything. Even broken. You still feel it. Mira's shoulders tensed. The shadows around her went wild. It doesn't matter what I feel. It's the only thing that matters. You made your choice 10 years ago. She whirled on him, tears on her face, silver eyes blazing. You rejected me. You threw me away. And now you want to what? Sacrifice yourself? Play the martyr. I want to fix what I broke. You can't. Don't you understand? The girl you rejected is dead, Ryker. She died in these woods. I'm what's left. The shadows were growing, spreading. The shadow wolves howled. Ryker stood up. His wolf pushed him forward, made him brave. I remember everything, he said. The way you smiled when you first caught my scent at the gathering. The way your wolf called to mine across the clearing. The way you looked at me with so much hope and trust and love. He stepped closer. Mira stepped back. I remember the exact moment your eyes went dead. When I spoke the rejection. When I said, I, Alpha Ryker Ashwood, reject you, Mira Covenant, as my fated mate. I remember how you just stopped. Like I'd killed you right there. His voice cracked. And I've been dying ever since. My wolf has been dying. Every day. Every breath. We've been drowning in regret for 10 years. Good. But her voice shook. So take my wolf. At least then the pain stops. At least then I can't feel the bond anymore. The broken, shattered, worthless bond that reminds me every second of what I threw away. Mira's hands were shaking. You don't get to do this. You don't get to be noble now. I'm not being noble. I'm being practical. My pack needs saving. You can save them. I'll pay whatever price you ask. Even your wolf? Even my wolf. They stood there, close enough to touch. The mate bond, broken and twisted as it was, thrummed between them. His wolf reaching for hers. Hers responding despite herself. You're going to hate me, Mira whispered. When it's done. When you're human and you can feel what you've lost. You're going to hate me. I could never hate you. I've only ever hated myself. Mira closed her eyes. Silver tears tracked down her face. Then she opened them. Amber now. Fully amber. Her true self, just for a moment. You don't get to be the martyr here, she said quietly. You don't get to make one noble sacrifice and call it even. If you want to save your pack, you have to do something much harder than die. She leaned in, close enough that he could feel her breath. You have to let me hate you while I save them anyway. And then you have to live with what you've done. Live human. Live broken. Live knowing you destroyed the one thing in this world that was truly yours. Ryker's heart broke all over again. But he nodded. If that's the price, I'll pay it. Mira looked at him for a long moment. Then she stepped back. We start tomorrow. Tonight you sleep. Because tomorrow, I'm going to break your curse and break you in the process. She turned and walked into the shadows. The shadow wolves followed. And Ryker stood there with his beta and his sister, trying to breathe through the knowledge that tomorrow, he'd lose his wolf. He'd lose everything. And maybe, just maybe, that was exactly what he deserved. Chapter 4. The Impossible Choice. Ryker didn't sleep. How could he? Tomorrow his wolf would be gone. Tomorrow he'd be human. Just human. They'd made camp at the edge of a clearing. Mira's cabin was visible in the distance, surrounded by shadow wolves that never stopped watching. She hadn't come out since she'd walked away. Ryker sat by the fire, feeling his wolf pace inside him. Panicked. Desperate. This is wrong, his wolf kept saying. She's our mate. We can't lose her and us. We'll be nothing. Empty. Dead but breathing. I know, Ryker whispered. Then stop this. Fight. Run. Anything. I can't. The pack. The pack rejected us too. They made us choose. They pushed us to reject her. That was true. The elders had been vehement. The prophecy was too dangerous. Mira's bloodline too unstable. They'd pressured him, worn him down, made him afraid. But Ryker had still made the choice. Hey! He looked up. Iris sat down beside him. She looked exhausted. Her beta wolf was quiet, subdued. You don't have to do this, she said. Yes, I do. Ryker. 15 children, Iris. 15. How many more before I act? 20? 50? Do I wait until they all die? There has to be another way. There isn't. He stared into the fire. Mira was clear. The curse is tied to the rejection bond. To break it permanently, the bond must be severed completely. That means my wolf. River approached from the darkness. He'd been scouting the perimeter. His beta instincts couldn't rest, even here. She's doing something, River said. I can see light from her cabin. Silver light. And I can hear singing, chanting, probably preparing the ritual, Ryker said flatly. You really going through with this? What choice do I have? You could run, River said bluntly. We could leave right now. Find another solution. There is no other solution. Then let the pack die. Iris's voice broke. I'd rather lose them than lose you. You're my brother, Ryker. My alpha. I can't watch you become human. Better me than the children. She made a sound like a wounded animal. Her wolf was crying. Ryker could feel it through the pack bonds. I'm sorry, he said quietly. But this is the only way. They sat in silence. The fire crackled. The Veilwood whispered around them. And Ryker tried to memorize what it felt like to have a wolf. The constant presence in his mind. The strength. The instincts. The connection to his pack. Tomorrow it would all be gone. Alpha. Mira's voice. She stood at the edge of the firelight. Still in her shadow dress, but her eyes were amber now. Fully amber. She looked more like the girl he remembered. Less like a forest spirit. I need to talk to you. Alone. River and Iris both started to protest, but Ryker stood. It's fine. Give us a minute. They walked into the trees. Not far. Just far enough for privacy. The shadow wolves followed Mira like obedient pets, but they kept their distance. What did you want to talk about? Ryker asked. Mira didn't speak at first. She just looked at him. Really looked. Like she was seeing him for the first time. Tell me the truth, she said finally. Why did you really reject me? You know why. The prophecy. No. Not the prophecy. Not the elders. Not the pack politics. The real reason. Ryker Ashwood stirred. Tell her. She deserves the truth. I was afraid, he admitted. Not of you. Of myself. Of what I felt when I first scented you. What did you feel? Everything. You were everything. My wolf knew it instantly. You were home and safety and forever all wrapped up in rain and sage. His voice went rough. And that terrified me. Because if you were everything, then losing you would be losing everything. Mira's breath caught. So I chose to lose you on my terms. Before fate could take you from me. Before something could happen that would destroy me. He laughed bitterly. Didn't work. Destroyed myself anyway. You're an idiot. I know. A coward. I know that too. She stepped closer. Her scent washed over him. Still rain and sage. Still home. And now you're willing to give up your wolf to save your pack. To fix what you broke. Yes. Why? Not for redemption. You already admitted you deserve to suffer. So why? Ryker thought about Poppy. About all the children. About River and Iris and every wolf who'd stood by him even when he didn't deserve it. Because it's the right thing to do. Because I'm the alpha. Because if I don't protect them, who will? What about protecting yourself? I stopped mattering the day I rejected you. Mira's eyes filled with tears. Silver and amber mixing. You really believe that? It's the truth. She reached out. Hesitated. Then placed her hand over his heart. The touch sent electricity through him. His wolf surged forward with a desperate whine. Mate. Ours. Please. Don't let us go. I can feel it, Mira whispered. Your wolf. It's so weak. Dying. Like I said. We've been dying for 10 years. And you were just going to let it happen? Just fade away without telling anyone. What was I supposed to say? Sorry everyone, I'm dying because I rejected my fated mate like a coward? That would really inspire confidence. Mira's hand pressed harder. The ritual tomorrow. It's not what you think. Ryker blinked. What? I'm not going to take your wolf. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I can't. The bond doesn't work that way. But you said? I lied. She pulled her hand back. I wanted to see what you'd choose. Wanted to know if you'd sacrifice yourself. If you'd finally put something before your fear. His wolf growled. She tricked us. But Ryker just laughed. Relief and frustration mixing. So, what are you really going to do? I'm going to absorb the curse. Pull it from your pack into myself. That will kill you. Maybe. Mira. It's the only way, Ryker. The curse is mine anyway. It's my rage, my pain, my broken bond made manifest. I created it. I have to end it. No. Find another way. There is no other way. She grabbed his shirt. The curse is fed by the rejection bond. By my anger. By 10 years of me bleeding pain into the Veilwood. The only way to stop it is for me to take it all back. Every bit of suffering I've caused. Every failed shift. Every weakened wolf. I absorb it and I end it. And you die in the process. Probably. Then I refuse. I won't let you. It's not your choice. Her eyes flashed silver. Power radiated from her. You don't get to decide for me. Not anymore. You made your choice 10 years ago and I've lived with it ever since. Now I'm making mine. She was right. He knew she was right. But his wolf was howling. No. Not mate. Can't lose mate. Already lost her once. Can't again. There has to be another way, Ryker said desperately. There isn't. Then let the pack die. I don't care. I'll give up being alpha. We'll run away. Just don't. Mira kissed him. It wasn't gentle. It was desperate and angry and full of 10 years of rage and longing and love that had nowhere to go. Ryker froze for half a second. Then his wolf took over. He kissed her back like she was air and he was drowning. Like she was the sun and he'd been living in darkness. His hands came up to cup her face, gentle despite his desperation. The mate bond, broken as it was, blazed between them. When they finally pulled apart, they were both breathing hard. What was that for? Ryker asked. Mira's eyes were wet. Amber and silver swirling. Because I needed to know. Know what? If I still felt it. The bond. The pull. If underneath all my rage and pain I still. She trailed off. Do you? Yes. The admission seemed to hurt her. I hate that I do. I hate that I love you even after what you did. But my wolf never stopped wanting yours. Even when I wished you dead, she called for you. Ryker's heart broke and mended all at once. I love you too, he said. I never stopped. Even when I tried to. Even when I rejected you, some part of me knew I was destroying the best thing I'd ever find. Then why did you do it? Because I was 20 and stupid and afraid. Because the elders scared me. Because I thought I could choose logic over fate. He pressed his forehead to hers. Because I'm an idiot who didn't deserve you then and doesn't deserve you now. Mira laughed through her tears. Finally, some honesty. I'm sorry. For all of it. For the rejection. For the pain. For 10 years of suffering. I'm so sorry, Mira. I know. And I know sorry doesn't fix anything. Doesn't undo what I did. But if you'll let me, I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make it right. She pulled back slightly. Looked at him with those incredible eyes. The ritual happens tomorrow. I'm going to break the curse. I'm going to absorb every ounce of suffering I've caused. And I might not survive it. Mira. But if I do survive, if I make it through, then maybe, she hesitated. Maybe we can try. Maybe we can see if what's broken can be mended. Ryker's wolf howled with hope. Yes, please. Give us another chance. We'll be better. We swear. I'll take any chance you give me, Ryker said. Any chance at all. Mira nodded. Stepped back. The shadows swirled around her. Tomorrow at dawn. Be ready. What do you need me to do? She looked at him with eyes that held too much pain and too much hope. Pray that I'm strong enough to survive what I'm about to do. And if I'm not, she touched her chest where the broken bond lived. Tell your wolf I'm sorry. That I wish we'd had more time. Then she walked back into the darkness. And Ryker stood there, trying to breathe through the fear. Because tomorrow, his mate was going to try to save his pack. And it might kill her in the process. Chapter 5. Breaking and Mending. Dawn came too fast and too slow all at once. Ryker stood at the edge of Mira's cabin clearing. River and Iris flanked him. The entire pack had felt the summons through the bond. They were watching from the territory, waiting to see if their alpha could save them. Mira emerged from her cabin as the sun broke the horizon. She'd changed. No longer wearing shadows. Now she wore white, a simple dress that made her look ethereal. Her silver-white hair was loose, flowing down her back. Her amber eyes glowed. She looked like salvation and death all at once. "It's time," she said. The shadow wolves formed a circle around the clearing. They sat like sentinels, watching, waiting. "What do you need us to do?" Ryker asked. "Nothing. Just witness." Mira walked to the center of the clearing. Symbols had been drawn in the dirt, ancient runes that pulsed with power. "The curse is tied to me, to my rage, my pain. I have to call it all back." "How?" River asked. "By feeling it. Every moment. Every failed shift. Every weakened wolf. Every child who cried because their wolf wouldn't come." Her voice went quiet. "I'll take it all into myself. Feel what they felt. Carry what I created." Iris stepped forward. "That will break you. Probably. Then don't do it." "I have to." Mira looked at her. "Your brother broke me once. I survived. I'll survive this too. Or I won't. Either way, the curse ends." She closed her eyes. The ritual began. Silver light erupted from Mira's body. It spread outward, touching the trees, the ground, the shadow wolves. And beyond, Ryker could feel it reaching through the Veilwood, across the miles, into his territory. Touching every cursed wolf. In the packlands, he felt them stir. Felt their wolves responding. Then Mira screamed. It wasn't human. It was pure agony. Pure suffering. She fell to her knees. Black veins spread across her skin, the curse made visible. Her body convulsed. "No!" Ryker lunged forward, but the shadow wolves blocked him. They wouldn't let anyone interfere. Mira. She couldn't hear him. She was somewhere else now, experiencing everything. Ryker watched in horror as she absorbed the curse. Every ounce of it. 10 years of accumulated suffering flowing into her like poison. He felt it through the pack bond. Felt children across his territory suddenly able to shift. Felt adults regaining their strength. Felt his own wolf surge back to life, stronger than it had been in years. The curse was breaking. But Mira was breaking too. She screamed again. Blood ran from her nose, her ears. Her body shook violently. The silver light around her flickered. "She's dying," River said. "Ryker, she's dying." Ryker S. Wolf went insane. "Stop. Make her stop. Our mate is dying." But he couldn't get past the shadow wolves. Could only watch as Mira destroyed herself saving his pack. "Please," he begged. "Please stop. I don't care about the pack. I don't care about anything. Just stop." Mira's eyes found his. Silver and amber swirling. Blood on her lips. "Liar," she gasped. "You care about everything." She raised her hands. The symbols in the dirt blazed brighter. "One more," she whispered. "One more and it's done." The final wave hit her. Ryker felt it through the bond. Felt every curse she created, every moment of rage and pain and loneliness, all of it slamming into her at once. Mira's back arched. She screamed one last time. Then the light vanished. She collapsed. The shadow wolves dispersed. Ryker ran to her, fell to his knees, pulled her into his arms. She was so cold. Her heartbeat was faint. Fading. "No. No, no, no. Mira, stay with me. Please." Her eyes fluttered open. "Barely. Did it work?" "Yes. They're all healed. Every one of them. But you." "Good." She smiled. Blood on her teeth. "Worth it. Then. Don't talk. Save your strength." "Ryker." Her hand found his face. Touched his cheek. "I forgive you." His wolf shattered. "No. Don't say that. Don't say it like you're dying. You're not dying. I won't let you. Not your choice." Her breathing was getting weaker. "Tell your wolf. I'm sorry. Should have tried harder. To live. Mira, please." Her eyes started to close. And Ryker did the only thing he could think of. He reached for the broken bond between them. The rejected, shattered, worthless bond that had been killing them both for 10 years. And he poured everything into it. "I reject the rejection." His wolf pushed through, made his voice powerful, ancient. I, Alpha Ryker Ashwood, reject my rejection of you, Mira Covenant. Power exploded through the bond. I claim you as my fated mate. Now and forever. I accept the bond. I accept you. I accept everything we could be. Silver light erupted again. But this time from both of them. The mate bond didn't just reconnect. It blazed to life. 10 years of longing, regret, love, pain, all of it flooding through at once. Ryker felt everything. Mira's 10 years in the Veilwood. Her loneliness. Her rage. The way she died a little every day. The way she'd never stopped loving him even when she hated him. And she felt his side. His guilt. His wolf's constant mourning. The way he destroyed himself trying to live without her. The way every breath had hurt for a decade. They felt it all. Together. Mira gasped. Her eyes flew open, amber now, fully amber, glowing with life. The curse marks on her skin faded. The blood stopped. Her heartbeat grew stronger. Ryker? She sounded confused. Alive. I'm here. I've got you. The bond. I can feel it. Its tears filled her eyes. It's whole. After all this time, it's whole. Because it should have been whole from the beginning. Because I was an idiot who threw away the best thing that ever happened to me. His wolf pushed forward, wrapped around hers. Finally touching their mate properly. Ours, his wolf rumbled. Always ours. Forgive us. Love us. Let us love you. Mira's wolf responded. Ryker felt it through the bond. Felt her omega purr for the first time. Mine, her wolf answered. Our alpha. Our mate. Finally. River and Iris stood at a distance, both crying. The mate bond completion was visible even to them, silver and gold lights swirling around Ryker and Mira. The Veilwood, Mira said suddenly. She looked around. It's changing. Ryker followed her gaze. The twisted trees were straightening. The black bark was fading to brown. Green shoots were appearing on dead branches. The curse wasn't just affecting your pack, Mira realized. It was affecting the forest too. My rage poisoned everything. But now it's healing, Ryker finished. They heard something then. Howling. But not shadow wolves. Real wolves. Rejected wolves emerged from the Veilwood. Dozens of them. They'd been living here, suffering, unable to leave. But now the forest was releasing them. And they were all looking at Mira with something like reverence. You freed us, one of them said. An older female, her wolf weak but present. We felt it. The curse breaking. The forest letting go. Mira stood on shaky legs. Ryker supported her. You're free to leave, Mira told them. Find new packs. New lives. You don't have to stay here anymore. What about you? Another asked. Are you leaving too? Mira looked at Ryker. At the bond between them, golden and perfect. Then back at the wolves. I don't know yet, she admitted. Because the curse was broken. The bond was whole. But that didn't erase 10 years of pain. And she wasn't sure if she was ready to forgive that. Even if her wolf already had. Chapter 6. The Truth Acceptance. Mira stood in the clearing, surrounded by freed wolves, feeling the bond pulse between her and Ryker. It was everything she'd imagined and nothing like she'd expected. The mate bond completion should have been joyful. Should have been perfect. But all she felt was tired. Broken. Confused. I need to think, she said quietly. Ryker's face fell, but he nodded. Of course. Take all the time you need. Iris started. Please. Mira held up a hand. I need space. To process. Everything. She walked back to her cabin. The shadow wolves were gone now, dissolved when the curse broke. She was alone for the first time in 10 years. It should have felt good. It felt terrifying. Inside, she sat on her bed and tried to understand what she was feeling. The bond was whole. She could feel Ryker's emotions through it. His love. His regret. His desperate hope. His wolf's constant mantra, mate. Ours. Love her. Protect her. And her own wolf was responding. Purring. Content. Finally at peace. But Mira, the human side, couldn't let go. 10 years of rage didn't just vanish because a bond was complete. There was a knock at her door. "Go away," she said. "It's Iris." Mira sighed, but opened the door. Ryker's sister stood there, looking uncertain. "Can I come in?" "Why?" "Because you saved my pack. My brother. Me. And I wanted to say thank you." Mira stepped aside. Iris entered, looked around the small cabin. "This is where you've been living?" "For 10 years, yes." "It's..." Iris struggled for words. "Lonely." That was kind of the point. They sat in silence for a moment. Then Iris spoke. "He really did love you. The whole time. Even when he rejected you. That doesn't make it hurt less." "I know. But maybe it helps to know he suffered too." Mira laughed bitterly. "You want me to feel bad for him? He chose to reject me. I didn't choose any of this." "You're right." Iris met her eyes. "And if you want to reject the bond now, reject him back, I'd understand." "He'd understand. We'd all understand." "Would he?" "Yes. Because he knows what rejection feels like now. He's been living with it for 10 years. Mira touched her chest where the bond lived. "Whole now. Perfect." "I don't want to reject it," she admitted. "My wolf won't let me." She's too happy. Too content. For the first time since the rejection, she's not in pain. "But you are." "Yes." Iris was quiet for a moment. "Can I tell you something? About my brother. Do I have a choice?" "Not really." Iris smiled slightly. "The day he rejected you, I found him in his room afterward. He was on the floor, completely broken. His wolf was howling so loud I could hear it from outside." Mira's chest tightened. "He threw up. Multiple times. Couldn't eat for days. The pack doctor thought he was sick. But it wasn't sickness. It was the bond breaking. It was his wolf dying." "Why are you telling me this?" "Because he hid it. From everyone. Pretended to be fine. Pretended the rejection didn't matter. But I knew. I watched him fade for 10 years. Watched his wolf get weaker. Watched him destroy himself slowly." Iris leaned forward. "I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm not saying you should forgive him. I'm just saying he paid for what he did. Every single day." Mira didn't respond. Couldn't. After Iris left, Mira lay on her bed and stared at the ceiling. Through the bond, she could feel Ryker. He was outside, giving her space, but his emotions leaked through. Guilt, regret, love, hope, fear. So much fear. He was afraid she'd reject him. Afraid the bond wouldn't be enough. Afraid he'd lost her permanently even though the bond was whole. Her wolf whimpered. "He's hurting. Our alpha is hurting. We should comfort him. He hurt us first," Mira said out loud. "And we hurt him back. For 10 years. The curse. The pain. We're even now." "It's not that simple." "Why not?" Mira didn't have an answer. That night, she couldn't sleep. The bond pulled at her. Drew her outside. Ryker was sitting by the remains of the fire, staring into the embers. He looked up when she approached. "Can't sleep?" he asked. "No." She sat down across from him. "You?" "No." They sat in silence. The bond hummed between them. "I can feel your emotions," Mira said finally. "Through the bond. Your fear. Your guilt. I know. I can feel yours too. Your anger. Your confusion. Does it bother you?" "No. You have every right to be angry. Every right to be confused." He looked at her. "And every right to reject me again if that's what you need." "I don't want to reject you." His wolf surged with hope. Mira felt it through the bond. "But I don't know if I can forgive you either," she continued. "Not yet. Maybe not ever." "I understand." "Do you?" "Because my wolf is perfectly content. She's happy. She's got her alpha back. But I'm still..." She gestured helplessly. "I'm still so angry, Ryker. 10 years of rage doesn't just disappear." "I know. And you just sitting there, being understanding and patient, makes it worse. I want you to fight. To argue. To give me a reason to hate you more. I won't do that." "Why not?" "Because you deserve my patience. My understanding. My willingness to take whatever anger you need to give." He leaned forward. "Hit me if you need to. Scream at me. Tell me everything I did wrong. I'll take it all. That's not fair. Nothing about this is fair, Mira. She stood up, started pacing. You broke me. Do you understand that? I died in this forest. The girl you rejected is gone. I know. So how am I supposed to just accept the bond? Accept you? When I don't even know who I am anymore. Ryker stood too. Moved closer, but didn't touch her. Then let me help you figure it out. Let me be here while you rediscover yourself. While you heal. What if I never heal? Then I'll be here anyway. Mira's eyes filled with tears. I hate that you're being so perfect about this. I hate that I can't hate you anymore. You can hate me. I deserve it. But I don't. She hit his chest. Not hard. Just frustrated. I don't hate you. I love you. I've always loved you. Even when I wanted you dead, I loved you. And I hate that I do. Ryker's hands came up slowly, giving her time to pull away. When she didn't, he cupped her face. I love you too, he said quietly. I've loved you since the moment I first scented you. And I'll love you for the rest of my life. Whether you forgive me or not. Whether you accept me or not. My wolf and I are yours. Always. Mira closed her eyes. Tears spilled over. I don't know how to do this. How to be your mate when I'm still so broken. Then let me show you. Let our wolves lead us. He rested his forehead against hers. The bond blazed between them. Let me court you properly. The way I should have 10 years ago. Let me prove I'm not that coward anymore. That I'm worthy of you. You're not. I know. But let me try to be. Mira opened her eyes. Looked at him through her tears. If I say yes, if I let you try, I'm not promising anything. I might still reject you. Might still leave. I know. And you'd be okay with that? No. It would destroy me. But it's your choice to make. Not mine. She pulled back slightly. Studied his face. Saw the truth there. The sincerity. The love. Okay, she whispered. You can try. Ryker's wolf howled with joy. She felt it through the bond, felt his relief, his hope, his overwhelming love. But not in your pack, she added. Not yet. I can't face all those wolves who watched you reject me. Then where? Here. In the Veilwood. With me. You stay here. No alpha duties. No pack politics. Just us. Figuring out if we can be more than a bond. What about my pack? River can handle it. He's your beta. Let him lead for a while. Ryker considered. Then nodded. Okay. I'll stay. As long as you'll have me. Don't make promises you can't keep. I'm not. He took her hand. Brought it to his chest, over his heart. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. With my mate. Finally. Mira felt his heartbeat under her palm. Felt his wolf reaching through the bond. Felt her own wolf respond with contentment. Maybe this wouldn't be easy. Maybe it would take years to fully heal. Maybe she'd never completely forgive him. But maybe, just maybe, it was worth trying. Come inside, she said quietly. It's cold. Ryker followed her into the cabin. They didn't do anything. Just sat together. Let the bond settle between them. Let their wolves comfort each other. And for the first time in 10 years, Mira felt something like peace. It was fragile. Uncertain. Incomplete. But it was there. And that was enough. For now. Chapter 7. Earning forever. 2 months passed. Ryker stayed in the Veilwood with Mira. Stayed in her small cabin. Slept on the floor while she took the bed because she wasn't ready to share yet. Learned to live without pack bonds, without alpha duties, without everything that had defined him. And he learned to just be with her. Some days were good. They'd walk through the healing forest together. Watch the rejected wolves rebuild their lives. Talk about small things. Let their wolves run together. Some days were hard. Mira would wake up screaming from nightmares of the rejection. Would look at him with such pain that his wolf whimpered. Would ask him to leave, then beg him to stay in the same breath. He stayed through it all. River came every week with updates. The pack was thriving. The children were healthy. Everyone was healing from the curse. They asked when their alpha was coming home. Not yet, Ryker always said. I'm exactly where I need to be. Today was a good day. Mira was teaching him to garden. She discovered she liked making things grow. Liked bringing life where there had been death. You're doing it wrong, she said, watching him plant seeds. There's a wrong way to put seeds in dirt? You're not being gentle enough. They're fragile. Like you. She threw dirt at him. He laughed. These moments were precious. When she forgot to be angry. When she just let herself be happy. Ryker? Yeah. Why did you really stay? You could have gone back to your pack. Let River keep leading. But you stayed here. Why? He sat back on his heels. Because being alpha doesn't mean anything if I lose you in the process. Because I'd rather live in a cabin in the woods with you than rule an entire pack without you. That's impractical. Probably. But it's true. Mira was quiet for a moment. Then, I felt something today. Through the bond. What? My wolf. She purred when you brought me breakfast. Like she used to before, she cut herself off. Before the rejection. She didn't have to say it. That's good, Ryker said carefully. Isn't it? I don't know. It feels like she's healing faster than I am. Like she's ready to forgive when I'm not. Wolves are simpler than humans. They don't hold grudges the same way. I wish I could be more like her. I like you exactly as you are. Mira looked at him. Really looked. Even broken? You're not broken. You're healing. There's a difference. She stood up, brushed dirt from her hands. Come with me. I want to show you something. They walked deeper into the Veilwood. To a place Ryker had never been. A clearing with a single tree in the center. It was massive, ancient, its branches reaching toward the sky. This is the heart of the Veilwood, Mira said. Where rejected wolves come to die. Or to live. It's both. She placed her hand on the bark. When you rejected me, I walked to this tree. I was ready to die. Ready to let the forest take me. Ryker's chest hurt. His wolf whimpered. But the tree spoke to me. Not with words. With feelings. It showed me that rejection doesn't have to be the end. It can be a beginning. If you're strong enough to survive it. She looked at him. I survived, Ryker. I became something more than I was. Stronger. More powerful. Independent. I know. And I'm grateful for that. In a twisted way, your rejection made me who I am now. Mira. But that doesn't mean it didn't hurt. That doesn't mean I don't still have scars. I know. She turned to face him fully. I've been thinking. About the bond. About us. About whether I can really do this. Ryker's wolf panicked. No. Please no. Don't reject us again. And I realized something, Mira continued. I'm not the girl you rejected 10 years ago. And you're not the boy who rejected her. We're different people now. Yes. So maybe we need to start over. Not as the alpha who rejected his mate and the omega who cursed him. But as two wolves trying to figure out if they can love each other despite the pain. Hope surged through Ryker. I'd like that. Mira took a breath. Then she held out her hand. Hi. I'm Mira Covenant. I live in the Veilwood. I garden. I help rejected wolves heal. And my favorite thing is watching the sunrise. Ryker took her hand. Felt the bond sing. I'm Ryker Ashwood. I used to be an alpha. Now I'm just a wolf trying to be worthy of his mate. They stood like that. Hands clasped. The tree witnessing. I forgive you, Mira said softly. Not because you've earned it. Not because enough time has passed. But because I'm tired of carrying the anger. I'm tired of letting what you did define me. Ryker's eyes burned. Mira. I'm choosing to forgive you. I'm choosing to try. I'm choosing us. His wolf howled. Yes! Finally! Our mate chooses us. But I have conditions, Mira added. Anything. You have to forgive yourself too. You have to stop punishing yourself for what you did. Because I can't love someone who hates themselves. That was harder. But he nodded. And you have to promise me something. What? That you'll never make me choose between you and my independence. That you'll love me as I am. Powerful. Complicated. Scarred. I promise. I love every part of you. The power. The scars. All of it. Mira smiled. A real smile. The first one he'd seen in 10 years. Then maybe we have a chance. She pulled him closer. The bond blazed between them. Mark me, she said. What? Mark me. Make me yours. Officially. Completely. Show the world that you choose me. That we choose each other. Ryker Wolf surged forward. Yes, claimate. Mark her. Make her ours. Are you sure? His voice was rough. Once I mark you, I know what it means. I want it. I want you. Her eyes met his. Amber and certain. I want us. So Ryker did what he should have done 10 years ago. He pulled her close. Felt her heartbeat against his. Breathed in her scent. I, Alpha Ryker Ashwood, claim you, Mira Covenant, as my fated mate. Now and forever. He kissed her. Poured everything into it. 10 years of longing. Regret. Love. Hope. Then he found that perfect spot where her neck met her shoulder. And he marked her. Mira gasped. The bond didn't just complete. It exploded. 10 years of being broken, and now it was whole. Perfect. Blazing. They could feel everything. His devotion. Her trust. Their wolves' absolute joy. When Ryker pulled back, the mark was there. Beautiful. Permanent. Your turn, he said, tilting his head. Offering his throat. Mira didn't hesitate. She marked him back. Claimed her alpha the way an omega should. With teeth and love and choice. The bond settled into place. Complete from both sides. They stood there, holding each other, feeling the connection that should have been theirs all along. I love you, Mira whispered. I love you too. Always have. Always will. His wolf and hers danced together through the bond. Finally united. Finally home. So what now? Mira asked. Now we live. We figure out the details as we go. Maybe we stay here. Maybe we go back to the pack. Maybe we do both. Together. Always together. Mira laughed. Then cried. Then laughed again. I can't believe we made it. After everything. After all the pain and rage and brokenness. We actually made it. Because we chose to. Because you were brave enough to forgive. Because our wolves never gave up. They walked back to the cabin hand in hand. The Veilwood bloomed around them. No longer a place of death and rejection. Now a place of healing and second chances. That night, they didn't sleep on separate sides of the room. They curled up together. Let the bond wrap around them like a blanket. Let their wolves finally rest. And for the first time in 10 years, both of them slept peacefully. Because sometimes the bonds we break become stronger when we fight to mend them. And sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones that refuse to end, even when they should have. Epilogue. 6 months later. Mira stood at the edge of the Veilwood, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of gold and pink. Behind her, the forest thrived. Rejected wolves had built a sanctuary here. A place where broken bonds could heal. Where wolves could rediscover themselves. She ran it with Iris. They'd become close over the months. Sisters in all but blood. Arms wrapped around her from behind. Ryker's scent washed over her. Home. Busy day, he asked. 3 new arrivals. All rejected within the last month. They'll need time to heal. They're lucky to have you. Mira leaned back against him. Felt the mate mark on her throat pulse. The bond between them was strong now. Unbreakable. I'm heading to the Packlands tomorrow, Ryker said. River needs help with the new territory negotiations. You want to come? She did. 6 months ago, she couldn't have faced his pack. The wolves who'd watched her rejection. But now? Now she was ready. Yes. But I'm coming as your equal. Not just your mate. Your partner. Wouldn't have it any other way. They stood in comfortable silence. Then Mira felt something through the bond. Something new. Ryker? My wolf is telling me something. He tensed. What? That maybe. Maybe it's time. Time for what? She turned in his arms. Placed his hand on her stomach. Time to think about pups. Ryker's eyes went wide. His wolf howled with joy so loud she felt it through the bond. Are you? Not yet. But I'm ready. If you are. Mira Covenant Ashwood, I have been ready for 10 years. She laughed. Kissed him. The bond blazed between them. Perfect. Whole. Exactly as it should be. In the distance, wolves howled. His pack. Her sanctuary. Their family. "I love you," she said. "I love you too." And as the sun set on the Veilwood, as the last light faded into darkness, they stood together. Two wolves who'd been broken and found their way back to each other. Two souls who'd chosen love over hate. Forgiveness over vengeance. Hope over despair. The Alpha who'd learned that strength wasn't about dominance. It was about humility, patience, love. And the Omega who'd learned that power wasn't about rage. It was about healing, building, choosing. Together, they were unstoppable. Together, they were home. And that was all that mattered. The end.